Alright, so I have covered both these sheets, and I had this where I cut the die cut off for the front of my book, and I just put a little lace behind it and then stuck it just to the paper, and so you can kind of see the words behind it and the little aardvark. Excuse me. So I thought that was kind of cool. So this is going to give me 4 sheets. And yes, I started facing everything this way, but then I thought I'm only going to get 1 sheet if I do it this way. If I do it this way, I get 2. So some of it's going to be sideways. It doesn't matter. It'll look just fine. And then the rest of the pages that I'm going to use will just be out of the pieces of paper that I have that are large enough. But I've got, 4 to go, 5, 6 to go on this one. And then if I do the front cover, I've got 2 going here. So let me see here what I've got that I can actually, that are actually large enough. Not, and, oh, okay, so this is large enough, even though it's really would look better going this way. This is large enough. Let's see, no, it would have to be this way, but yeah, see if this is, I'm only going to get 1 out of this, and then I've got this large enough, and that is it. Other than, I still have this that I can use, but this isn't 7 inches tall. So, okay. So I'm definitely going to have to put more paper together, but, and we're going to get all of these pieces and parts used up. I'm going to go ahead and take these and use for this. Let me cut this little last piece I put on here. Alright, so let me straighten this up because this isn't all straight. Let's see here. What is straight? This is straight. Okay. Just got to start getting, by getting 1 straight, and then you can just keep turning it and get them all straight. Okay. That didn't, this was still a little wet. So it didn't cut perfect right there, but the rest of it is looking very nice. Okay, so now I want to do this. All right, a pencil. And I'm okay, there's a little bit of the book standing there, and I'm okay with that book getting used, that page getting used right there. It's just another element. All right, let's see what we got here. see what I want here. Yeah. All right, and the reason I used the pages that I used instead of just copy paper is because they were right underneath my desk, a bunch of loose ones. Copy paper is way over on the other side of the of my room. In other words, because I was lazy. As normally I would have just used cheapo copy paper. Although, there's 200, I don't know, almost 1,000 pages in this dictionary. And I'm just on A, so it's not like I'm gonna run out anytime soon. But yeah, normally I would save these pages for when I have something that is actually going to be, you're going to see the pages on it. But at least on the one sheet, we've got the aardvark kind of showing through. So that'll be fun. All right, let's see. Let's put this here like this. All right. There we go. That looks very nice. Just pretty. And I think with this, that I'm gonna have this, and then I'd like to have like a solid page. Just because I think if I do one after the other, that'll get a little busy. However, let me see. I kind of like, I think this is going to be on the opposite side, but I still have to straighten that one up. All right, so let's see. Now, if I were to do this, or even this, which I think looks good with that, and put edging now, if I cut those, that would be pretty down both sides of that. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, hold on. This is where it gets a little dicey. It's a little dicey with this machine, getting these smaller pieces. So, let me use this one. Keep it simple. So I want to use both of these, so I don't want to go too far. Oh, and I actually, yeah, I just need, and I can cut off anything that's not used. So there's that. And then I'm going to cut off a little bit. And then straighten that right there. How's that? No, I need it to be a little bit more. All right, so let's see how well this works. Let me go ahead and measure this out. Then I just might get 2 of these out of this. I am not sure. Where's that mark? Where to put it? Where to put the mark? There it is. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then let's see. Can I actually get both of these? Push that back up a little bit. Get both of these on here. Looking kind of nice. Let's see, is that going to be enough on there? No. Yeah, I'm going to have to glue that all the way up to the top. And that's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. But I am going to ink. Well, I'll have to ink the edge after I cut it off. Let me ink this up. This way it's not going to be so wild. Not going to be so wild that you're just going to go, holy cow, although it's going to have pictures on it. And I think that's going to be pretty underneath what you're going to see left from the pictures. Now, excuse my head, but I'm going to get this in here. And I want just a teeny tiny bit. There we go. Let me go ahead and cut this off. Okay. And get that thrown away. Get this. You just gotta kind of keep in mind what paper you've got left and how much you've got to go, and always do your biggest stuff first and then go into your tinier things afterwards. But I knew that I was going to have to make some paper because I had so many scraps that I'm going to be making paper for this on top of making paper for my tags and stuff. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to put this right down here. And unfortunately, that's going to hang off. Let's see, do I want to cut a little more of it off? Let me cut a little bit more of this off so that the flowers are going to be... And I'm going to have to take my little safety thing off here. I know it doesn't work nearly as well, but there we go. There we go. try that at home. And there, now I am going to possibly end up with, no, not really, but it's going to look very nice, but I won't have any edge. No edge, but my flowers will be on there. Okay, so that honestly almost looks like I've got, what do you call that stuff? Yeah. Yeah. This stuff, washi tape. Just had to have it in my hand so I could say the word. That almost looks like I've stuck washi tape there. That's pretty cool. Okay, next page. The other side of my made up paper. And, okay, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's see. This has got a lot of beautiful elements, but just about everything is sideways. But that's alright, because like I said, the picture is going to go here, so you're just going to see prettiness. So there we go. Probably just going to cut right there on that line, and then make my line here. Okay. Wait a minute, let me see, was that? Yeah. Okay. Just checking to see whether I was supposed to take off a little bit. Okay, and where's the mark? Right there. All right, let's see how we did here. All right, so somewhere I didn't get this cut perfectly straight when I was going around, but it's all right. And another thing I did not do was the outside of this. So there, I finally got one sheet that I didn't do. I think I've been pretty good other than that one sheet. Okay. There we go. And I think I have this on the bottom, like that. I think that's gonna look really nice. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Guys, I am almost done with this. Almost done with this. And I am just going to continue on. I'm going to have to make paper, some more paper, and get all these pages decorated. And then I will come back and we will get the final flip through where I choose what actual decorations are going to go on to the pages. And I don't want you to miss that part, but this part is you get my drift. We're trying to work these into it, but not make them you know, so overwhelming. So there we go. And so I have that. So, you know, I'll come up with, see how this is gonna do. Not sure I like that. Not that I have a ton more. This might work. But anyway, you get the idea. So I'm just gonna finish all of these, and I am gonna go ahead and stick them in the book, but then I'll come back to you when I go through and do all the final little touch-ups and do the front cover. Okay, bye guys. Okay, so now this is one, I think most people think this is the most exciting part of the whole build, is the final decorations. But I've noticed some of you guys telling me that this is the part that you dread because you think you're gonna screw it up. You've done all of this work and everything, but you think you're gonna screw it up. Well, if you've gone through this much and you've got the paper and it all looks pretty, I mean, you're not gonna screw it up, people. Not. Because there's no right or wrong way to do this. This is what you gotta step out and, you know, take a leap of faith that you got this far, you can do the rest of it. Okay, so moving forward from here. Now I have these cards that I picked up at Michael's. I have the trims and things. Put this here. I've got still some lace left that I've been putting throughout the book. That piece is actually going to be on the front. I've got some of this. I've got some cards here. I got 4 of these cards and 2 of these larger ones that I'm going to be able to put in spots. Plus, I have this that I was going to try and do something with, and then I've got this strip that I'll be able to use for different places. Okay, so that's that. I have this piece that was still left over from one of the cards that I was using. This was in my scraps. It's not quite the same color, but it's close. And then I have 1 card left to use. And I still have, which can totally be used, this side is that really wonderful creamy color, and this can be used back paper onto it, and you got another wonderful tag. One side for a photo, one side for journaling. Okay, so there's that. I've got washi tape. I've got some more ribbons. And then I've got all of these stickers that I backed, and I had some stickers from the Vintage Girl that I backed. Now it's backed on black, and I haven't really done anything black in here, but there are a few spots that maybe they would, you know, they would work. All right, so that's where we're at. We're just going to go page by page. Now, at this point, you know, when I'm first doing a page, I will grab certain things that just speak to me, and I will run with them. Now, I didn't do too much on this because this is that one page that's all envelopes. Because there's a lot. You know, as you start putting pictures on this, it's going to get fat pretty quick, okay? So you want to be careful what you do here. Maybe using ribbon, using little bits is good, but leave what space you do have for pictures and journaling. And then this is little pockets, so there will be a tag going in here. And then you've got the tag here, which we can do something else to this with the so that I love how the lace sticks out. Okay, we're going to need a tag here. This one's pretty much decorated with usually when I put in the pockets, I do try and, if I'm going to have something you know, behind the pocket or whatever, I go ahead and do it before I stick it down so that it's complete. Like this one, I didn't actually use the backer paper. This is just a piece of the cardstock, but I went ahead and you know, decorated that. So I usually do hit the pockets. I don't hit the pages much. I just happen to have this out and really liked it right there. And this one, I knew I wanted to have it close to the front of the book, and I just thought it looked really nice with that plain pink polka dotted paper. Okay, so then you've got lots of just plain things. I believe we did this together, and this is still not down so that you can get a picture in here, as well as under both. Yeah, I guess this is a little bit of this. You can just get some paper underneath. No, you can't. Well, yeah, you can. There you go. So you can get down about 1/4 inch. Okay. And then up here and under here. And again here I did at least this part of the pocket. The rest of it is up for grabs for us to do. We're going to do something here, and I'm going to do something here. And then we've got this tag needs to have something done with it. This is just one side of the cards, the 5x7 cards. And then, yeah, that's there. Now this ribbon is glued down. This tag is not. You can slide all the way down to the bottom on this. But this pocket's decorated. Actually, this, because of the paper, looks pretty good. But we'll look at it. Here again, I got the lace on the pocket, but there's nothing else. And then we'll look at if we can do anything with that. All right, so back to the beginning. And of course we've got, this does not need a thing. This is so busy. You know, you've got where I put the lace back behind the dress form cut out, and then just multiple different pieces of paper. So this is a collage onto itself. It doesn't need anything more, and it closes nice. You start putting anything in between there and this is not going to close nice. This, on the other hand, we have room. We could put a little piece of the lace. We would put the wrong side to the back side, so that when it flipped open, that would be the correct side of the ribbon. So we could lace. So we could put that, and that would have another set of the lace throughout. You know, it's a little more separated out. So I think we might do that. But let's see. And this is really pretty. So we could, I think one thing I'm thinking about doing here is trying to weight this down a little bit so that, but I'm not sure I like that with this. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll move on. Let's see what else we got here. You know, and a lot of times I just throw things out. Throw it all out, flip it around, see if anything pops out at you. You know, because you throw it all out there, you're getting an idea of something that, you know, that, oh, that might look good. I'm gonna grab that. You know, so you just gotta keep trying stuff. Now this actually kind of looks like the flowers that are in here. It's not great, but it's not horrid either. Little shoes. Let's see. It's the little things in life. Let's see. Let's see what that does for us. All right, let's see. Or I'm not wild about that. Charm. Let's see. Don't like that. There's that. That's kind of cute with the little hat here, and it's the little things in life, and shoes are a little thing. And then we'll have the lace. I think that'll be beautiful. So let's get this done. So I'm gonna measure, give myself just a little extra. That's still gonna leave enough for about 2 pages. Glue. Oh boy, I didn't have my pin in there. Dadgummit. Oh wow. And it pulled it out. Good. Okay. Let's see, am I gonna get any other resistance out of there? I think not. I think we're good. Let's see. I'm gonna glue this down to this, the way I had it. There we go, just off to the side a little bit. There we go, and then I'm just going to glue the bottom of this so that we can get a picture. And I want the words to be a little off center, off, you know, a little sideways, a little slant to them. There we go. Could not think of that word. All right. So there's that. And then we're going to put our little hat. And I'm going to glue the top of the little hat. And that's going to be up here. Just like that. There we go. How cute is that? Now let's get my Fabri-Tac out and put this lace down. Putting a pin in here. Put a pin in it. Oh my goodness. I actually went, the little community where my parents' house is, there is a pool. And I went over to the pool today for the first time this season. And it was very nice. Yeah, my doctor told me I had to lose weight, so that's you never like hearing that. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I've got some things that the extra weight just does, well, the extra weight on anybody is not good, but sometimes the extra weight is detrimental, so gotta get it off. So I'm not gonna let you guys know how I'm doing though. Not at all. Oh my goodness. But we all have our own crosses to bear. Alrighty, so we're getting that, trying to get it so it's all right about the same level. You turn it around here and get a little better idea before it gets dry, if it's even or not. There we go. Okay. And let me, let me see if I can get this at a good angle. That's one thing, boys, sometimes you just can't seem to get at the right angle, go in one direction. There's that. And that. Okay. How cute. Yes, I like. Okay. Now, a lot of times if I cannot figure out how I do it, that's what I do. I just dump everything out. And then I have to sort through it, and you get a better idea. Now, I could put a little card here. I think because it's like the front, or I could put it over here, so I could get some of this blue over here where this needs a little bit more going on. And I love this. Today will be a most amazing day. So that really brings that page all together. The only thing that's missing is that I did not edge any of these cards. So I'm going to have to do that. And because this card is double-sided, I'm going to go ahead and do this on both sides. There we go. There. How cute. How cute. And now I'm going to get one of these. Okay. No, don't like that. Don't like that color against the pink. And I certainly don't like this, so I am going to take and just trim that tidbit off. Just sticking that little edge right off of there. There we go. Much nicer. I just took a little sliver. Okay, but you got to remember you've got these as well. And okay, so moving along, we've definitely got room here. Don't necessarily have to put anything here, but we've got space for a tag. Now, we just put a tag that's got verbiage on it. So this could be, let's see if I've got something here. That's kind of nice. Let's see if there's anything else. That's got a lot of verbiage to it, and that's a little too not colors that are The only thing I don't like really on this one is the yellow, because that will be the only yellow in the book. So, that's super nice right there. That's super cute. Or you could do this. And that's bringing some of the pink over onto this page. And then here we could actually do something that kind of brings the color back. Not super sold on that one, but let's see. This could, oops, sorry, this could be where we put this. I did cut this down, but my idea was to actually decorate the front of it and use it. Where's the cream colored paper? I could make a tag out of this, and the back of it we would just cover with some of the other papers that I have, and that would look really nice. So I'm gonna cut this in half. Let's see, what is this? This is 5, 6.5. So I'm gonna go 3 1/4. So one's gonna be a little bit bigger than the other because it wasn't quite 6.5. Okay, let's see. I just got a little mark on here. So I am gonna leave, I might decorate it a little bit. But like on this one, I'm gonna decorate the back of it, or I don't know, decorate is the right word. I'm gonna cover the back of it. And I might put, like, I don't know, there's this little flower. It's so cute. So I can put that across the front. I can put this. I just have to be careful I'm not adding too many colors. Let's try this. Okay. Now I do have the washi on here. I could put more washi. On here as well. Just right across the top of this. First part of this says, "Welcome to my garden." I gotta make sure it's nice and straight. And then the other part says, "Stop and smell the roses." There we go. I'm just going to rip a little bit of that off and fold it around. Oh, and that's cute. It looks almost like it's, you know, going straight across there, so that's nice. And so that's plenty. That's just enough on there for that. And then the back of this, I am going to cover with, let's see, what do I have? That's gonna look nice on that. Get all of my pieces and parts here. I don't know that I want to. Let's see, what's we got? That might not be too bad. And see, there is a lot of decisions to be made. Let's see, I think I'll use this. I think I'll use this. This will be very nice on the back. And I'm just going to glue this down and then cut around it. So I got to fill this back up. And I didn't normally washi tape, I glue it down. But because I am going to glue it under, I didn't worry about it. There we go. Okay, and don't glue on top of your book. Worst mistakes I've ever made are while I'm working on top of my book. Okay, and I think that looks like it's fairly straight. You want to make sure that you're keeping your hands nice and clean, that if you get into smushed out glue, that you'll not put it back on, especially when you're working on lighter colors like this. Holy Hannah. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut around this.
Right up there.
Good night, Mother. My mom's saying good night. Okay, so let's see. Let's see here. Get this done. Try not to cut into my base, my front, but it's not as thick as sometimes when I've got paper. There we go. All right. So now we have this. You can also do this and it wouldn't look horrible. In fact, it looks like these smaller flowers just in a larger, setting. So, okay, I decided to stop decorating for just a few minutes and actually do some tags because they're going to be part of the decorations. So, there you go. Now, I need my big one. Now, if you guys don't have this, it's actually pretty easy. They're pretty easy to make. It's just a little easier if you have the punch, but I think you can still get this punch at Michael's or Joann's. But basically, you're going to do a little rectangle and you're going to round those corners and you're going to cut one side off, flip it over and cut the other side off and leave yourself a little spot on the top, so really easy, but super simple when you got the tools. But I'm going to cut as many as I can get out of this. I think that's it. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this off. And I think I'm going to cut it about here. And then this will be one tag, and I'll get 2 tags out of that. Alright? I'll give you some dimensions here in a moment. Okay, so the first cut that I did, let's see. So basically it's the 8.5. This is only 8.25, but I must have cut some of it off or oh well yeah, that. So 6, 7, yeah, 8.25 by 3.25. So this is 3.25, and then that left these, which are 5.25 by 2 3/4. You know, basically 2 3/4. All right, so there's some different size tags. Now this one will have to be cut because it's just a 5 by 7. But I'm going to leave it because I might cut it, you know, considerably shorter, or I might want it as tall as I can make it. Okay, so got another one here, and I'm going to do basically the same thing. And then I'm going to set up and I'll be back. Okay, so I have them on the back side so you can see the difference. This is the cream color and then the back side. So I have all of them on the back side because this is the side that I don't want to have in my book. It's originally I thought it was gonna go, but it doesn't. It's a little too on the lilac-y purple side. For all of this stuff. But I'm going to start with my smallest pieces that I have in here, and I'm going to see, and I'm definitely going to want to use this. So just going to work that wide enough, not quite. Let's see, that's almost wide enough for one of those. And I have 2 more of these. Let's see if either one of these is going to be, oh yeah. So I'm going to work that one on there. And I'll just cut down what doesn't get covered. So that's that one. Of course I'm going to do it on the back side. But there's that one. So I'm using, you know, my smallest pieces first. So that, and I'm not necessarily going to utilize the side that I'm setting up. But, oh, and that will work on one of those. I'm going to put that over there for the other one. For this one in my hand. Yes. So there's those 2 taken care of. Getting into the larger groupings. That will, I just don't know if I want 2 of this. Now this one, I could actually do almost 3 of those with this. However, I don't know that I need 3 of those. See, this one will take care of this. What about this one? This one's a little wider. Yeah, so I'm going to put that one on there. Put this one on there. Let's see. What else do I have? I'm going to use this for this. Let's see what else I've got here. I have this one left, and I have these left. So let's see here. Will one of these fit? Yes. So that will get covered with that. Oh, here's another one that I will get covered. Oh, wait a minute. If I take this, put this on here, and cover this up. Yes. So that will be very pretty. So there's that one taken care of. And then I've got, and kind of consolidate here. This one, this one, this one. I think one of these, yeah. So this one, I think this was too big. Huh, yeah. Like, probably, okay, this one I'm just gonna stick back in my little corner here. Let's see, what else do I have? Well, now there's a small enough music piece that'll fit one of those. Here is some pink polka dots. Yes, that'll work. Oh, here's that beautiful, I love this flower paper. And I've got enough to do both of those with this. Perfect. Perfect. And then I still have bits and pieces left for still decorating and things like that. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to put more on these, but at least I have pulled out, oh, wait a minute. I had this one in my hand. What was I going to do with it? Huh, let's see. I know I'm not going to use all of this length, but I will probably at least use that much. And I think this'll go good, and I'll cut the rest of that off because it doesn't need to be over 5, and this is 8 1/4. So that's it. That's probably 1 1/4 inches anyway. But I will cut this to size. Okay, so there, I've got all of those, and that's going to give me some really nice tags to finish, to add to the other tags I have to finish in this book. I still have this, and I still have this little thing that I'm going to make a booklet out of. Alright, so I could go ahead and figure out what I want to do for this booklet. Huh. Now I can go to my larger papers. And I love this paper, so that can go. I can put the cream color, although I've used all I pulled out. So I've got plenty of this. Let's see what I've got here. This needs to go this way though. Well, I wonder. No, because that's not nearly large enough. Phew, doggy. Okay. What else do I have that can go any way you put it? Put that there. That's not large enough. Put that there. And I guess, huh. I don't know, between this one and this one, I'll put on the back with the strips on the top and the bottom again. That's a kind of a nice way of making that paper last longer. Okay, so I'm going to get all of these glued and cut. I've got it, and this one I think I'm going to be putting a card on from those postcards that I got. Okay, I'm gonna go and get all this glued down and cut out, and then I'll come back. So there's a quick way of putting together a lot of tags for your book. Be right back. Okay, another thought before I start gluing all these together, I am taking and inking around my edges on this side, you know, on the side that's going to go up. This is the side that's going to be glued down. Then they're going to be cut out, and then I will ink on the side of the new paper, and that way I have it inked on both sides. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I have my washi tape, and I do want this to be put throughout the book. So on some of these, like this one on the black, I am going to use my black washi tape and the pink washi tape. Now this will be the first time I'm using this black washi tape, but it's got butterflies on it. So I thought that was really pretty cool. So I am going to base this down at the bottom. And let's try and get it straight though. You know me and straight. I have a hard time with straight. And I'm actually, since I'm not going to carry this all the way across, I like having the torn end. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I don't put a ton. I just put a little bit of glue, at least on the end that is not going to be flipped over. So now, I'm sorry if I don't think my head's going to get in there, but I am going to try and eyeball straight. Okay, there we go. And I just want to make sure that glue gets smushed around in there. Tear it off, fold it over, and then I'll just finish up this process so you can see. And I'm just gluing. You want to get enough glue in there so that it adheres nicely. Oops. Make sure you're gluing it down on the proper side. And you do want to try and make sure that it's straight so that your pattern is going to be nice and straight on the back. And then I'm just going to cut around. Oops, get it closer.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. I hate this.
There we go. Okay, so there's that. So now, another thing I'm going to do is this is my corner rounder. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Or just round your corners by yourself. But I have my tools and I love using them. And then I'm going to make it like a true tag. And then I also think I'm going to hole punch and put an eyelet in there. And whether I put anything sticking out the top of it is another story. You know, I'm not worried about that at this point. I'm going to put a little bit of color onto that washi tape. And I'm going to ink this side. Make sure those corners on this side look okay. And I have my little hole thing. And I like to use these even when I use, of course it won't be that large, but I'm gonna try it. Let's see, let me find, and I tell you, this is the weirdest thing. Okay, so it doesn't have a place where the paper comes out here, all right? So you guys answer me this question now. There's no place the paper comes out except for it comes out the same place that I put this paper in, okay? So I've got it in there, and I'm gonna punch my hole, right? Punch the hole. This comes out, right? This comes out. I don't get the part that got punched out of this hole. It doesn't come out. I don't know where it goes. I don't know if it just fills up so much and then finally some of them start falling out. If, you know, if this fills up this little area or something, I have no clue. But I have yet to get the center hole pop out of here. So if you guys know the answer to that one, you can tell me, please. Okay, so I've got some short shanked 3/16 of an inch eyelets. You have to, they're not, I don't know, it took me a long time to find them. The short shanks are easier, are nicer with just one piece of paper instead of the longer shanks, which you can actually hook up a ribbon and things like that with. So there's just, you know, just a little idea for you of what you can do. Now I'm gonna center this. That's pretty well centered. And let's see where my hole's going. That's good. Yeah, not bad. And then I'm gonna move this up. Yep. There we go. If the handle's not all the way up, this won't move. Okay, and then I'm gonna stick this in the hole. Well, first off, let me see. Put this around the hole. And put this, oh how cute. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Let me glue this down. And let me get a tweezer. Center it around the hole. There we go. I'll stick my eyelet in. And let me make sure that I have my big end. So I have D and what is that, 4? 1, yeah, 4. No. 1. So this is A and this is 1. There we go. Can that be pushed down a little bit better? Yeah, it can. Let me push it down just a little better. There we go. Now there wasn't a little piece sticking up gonna snag somebody. All right, and how cute is that little tag? It's got some really pretty paper on it. And you can put the eyelet on this side or on this side. It all depends too on if you're going to stick it in, whichever side you're going to stick it in. You might want to you know, wait to put the eyelet on, but I wanted to go ahead and do this so you could see just how quick and easy these are, but how the little touches make all the difference in the world. All right, but I'm probably not going to put eyelets in now and until I know what side I'm going to have facing out. Now for this, that is still, that little piece is still sticking up there, I think. Let's see. Well, I did have a little hammer. And I hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening. Well, we'll make something work here. Don't try this at home. Okay, it's down now. Okay. But a little bit of ribbon, seam binding, something like that is totally going to make that look no problem. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go back and do the basics on this, and I will be doing some washi tape. And I forgot I was going to put some pink on here as well, but that's okay. All right, guys. So I'll be back. Okay, I thought I'd show you how I was doing this last one. And I think I've already figured out that I definitely don't need it this long because I don't need it sticking out of the book. So I'm going to cut it to about here. So then I end up with what I want, and I'll give you the measurements here in a minute. That just goes back into my pile, which I might gladly say is getting smaller and smaller by the second. Okay, so I have basically 6 7/8 by 3 1/8 is this size. So somewhere in there is really all you need to worry about. But I wanted to have this capped off and this underneath. Okay, but I don't want to do much more than, you know, just about like that. I don't want it to dominate, but let me see where I can go with this so that it covers it up. Of course, I can raise this up. I can put this on the whole thing and then just put this where I want it, like right there. So I'm going to slide this underneath until I get it where I want it. Okay, so now I have this piece, this top piece, lined up along the base of the tag. So this underneath piece I'm calling the base of the tag. And I know that I'm going to have wide enough area and a long enough area to cover everything while using this at the same time. So now I am going to grab both these pieces and flip them over, take my pencil and run right along this line and down that one. Okay? So now I'm going to cut this away. And I'm going to kind of keep my scissors to the right of the line that I just did. Okay. All right, so now we're going to line this up with there. So now I have this lined up with my tag, And I'm going to, again, take this piece, this top piece now, and line it up with my tag and just make sure that everything is covered. I'm going to grab these two pieces again. I don't think I moved it too much. Oh, no, I need this to be in front this time. Sorry. So we'll try this again. I'm going to grab this, lay this striped piece on top of the base and line up the two edges that I have here. Okay, so that they are lined up as best you can. And then we're going to take this piece, and I want to make sure that I'm lining this up with the tag. And I want to, I'm not overlapping too terribly much. I want to get it where it's just barely overlapping the black and white piece. All right, now this time I'm going to take a little bit of washi tape and I'm going to just adhere it down. I wasn't expecting it such a tiny piece, but that's what I got. See if I can get a little more. I tell you, these nails, this is one thing when you just got your regular fingernails. It makes it a lot easier. I'd rather not be all right. There we go. Don't need much. Okay, so now I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to come through. And well, actually what I can do is just go ahead and cut. Let's do it this way. I'm just going to go right ahead and cut right along this line. Oh, we've got a storm brewing outside. Okay. All right. Pull these off. Oh, a little bit of washi tape left on this page. Easily resolved. Kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta. Okay, and then we're just going to mount these two together like... Now, if they're a little off, that's okay. I just didn't want a huge amount of bulk. I do want this slightly, this white and black one to be slightly over the top. Or do I want it the other way around? No. I want the white and black one to be slightly over the top of the white one. I just didn't want a huge amount of bulk, but just about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue down. And we still haven't put it on the base yet. This is just kind of attaching these two pieces to make another piece of paper. So I gotta make sure huh? Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm just, there we go. Okay, now we're going to take this and we're going to glue it down, and then that'll give us our tag. All right, so oh, I haven't inked this one, and then I'll flip through really quickly and show you the other ones. Now, I might have put a little washi tape on them, but I didn't really do a whole lot of decorating until I know what page they go on. But there are a few of them that I put washi tape on. Let me flip this over so I don't glue down to the wrong side, because that would make, I've already done that. I did that with one of the small ones, and I thought, oh, I'll just go with it, but the other side was horrid. So we just threw that one away. Alrighty. And this is the main body. There we go. Okay, while I let that dry, I finished my booklet. Again, I didn't decorate anything. I just, and then I didn't have this wide enough to go top to bottom, so I just added a few, you know, little bits of another paper. Looks kind of nice there. And then put this back. I've got this little washi tape there, little washi tape there, some washi tape on that one. I didn't do too much on the larger ones. I don't know how I ended up with doing that, but that's okay. And then a little bit of, kind of a little different on this bigger one. So now I have lots of really cool ephemera, you know, tags. I can attach ephemera to them and that kind of thing, to add into the book with the pockets. And so as I'm moving through the book, I have a better idea of what I want where, because I just found that I wasn't having enough choices, even though I had all of the little tidbits of paper and stuff to work with. So I went ahead, you know, I knew I was going to make tags, so I just went ahead and made the tags. And then it's going to make it a little easier for us to decide if we're going to have some ribbon hanging from the tags, if we're going to just put the tag in there, if we're going to use the cream colored side or the patterned paper side. So it gives us a lot more choices, and sometimes choices make it hard, and sometimes more choices makes it easy. So let me get this. I'm going to ink this, but there it is. Isn't that cute? Very cute. So I'm going to ink this around and get everything off the table and my book back on, clean up before I put my book on, and I'll be right back. Okay, now remember I had this piece. Now it also had this on it, and I went ahead and cut this off, and I'll use that somewhere. And then I have this piece, and I want to show you what I was thinking of doing with it. So I'm going to line up the line that is in between this scene and this scene. and score. I want it right down the center. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing between these two scenes and this scene, and score. So now I'm going to fold this, make sure it lines up both top and bottom, and give it a little burnish, and then this, line it up both top and bottom. There we go, and burnish. So there we go. And then this will be a little pocket, and you'll be able to open this up. And I think I might take some cream pellet paper and cover the inside or not. I don't know. It'll all depend on where I'm going to put it. All right, so I'm going to ink some of these. I'll be right back.